Letco for part 2 of Thursday night's metal night. Even though we've sold some stuff that's not metal, we're auctioning off the metal and hard rock and rock. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. I'm going to get here on Facebook. We were going to start back at 11, but I'm going to go ahead and get to where we can go ahead and get this shared back to the right places. I'm going to share it in a whole lot of records. Let me copy the link here. So welcome back. I hope everybody's getting notifications. Let me also go to the post and get it shared everywhere. We are back live, and we got to finish these 2 auctions here. I have no idea where we was at on bids. Hope everybody that was bidding can get back on. Let me go here. Part 2. Okay, there's that. So there's the old stream. Wow, we had 2,000 comments on that old stream. Sometimes for like a 5-hour show, we might have like 1.2 or 1.3 thousand. We had over 2,000 comments on that last stream. We've been busy tonight. It's also been very difficult for me to keep up, so bear with me. I'm going to share this and comment live, most relevant, live now. Part 2, and I got to get it shared back on the group. We are auctioning them now. People ask how much records are, and I have to tell them we're auctioning them. Let's see. Okay, I've got it shared everywhere. Now let me get over to the group. But we had we basically had a crash earlier on Facebook, and it kind of kicked us, or with our internet, and it kicked us off YouTube pretty much permanently. So let me share our new link here. We still got some Grateful Dead to get to. If you're on and watching, please say hi. And let me know that you're on. And we got I haven't seen a YouTube comment. Are we on YouTube right now? Can anybody hear me on YouTube? There it is, part 2. I see it. Share. The reggae is going to be tomorrow night. John has 2 entire crates ready. He told me he had 2 entire crates ready. Let me go over here to Instagram story. Let me delete that. And let me post a new story with our new link, which is going to be one of these pictures. Where's that gallery of photos at? Here we go. We'll use this one. Link and part 2. Part 2. All right, your story. Now let me get back to my chat. All right, chat. We got everybody on. All right, so we're going to be live for about another hour. I hope everybody comes back and finds us. We got 67 people on right now. Who was bidding on Kiss and Black Sabbath? That's what I need to get sold. The last time we had a problem with an auction and I went offline, that's what happened. And we never did. I had to get it worked out in the comments or messages later with people. But those are available. Alabama Tarot Boat Night. Was that something I never did pull out of here, Tanner? Yeah. I never did pull that? Okay, I can find it later. Tarot Boat Night on Alabama. Ulysses. Don't mention his name. He's on the blacklist here. All right, there's old sticky notes. There's tax returns. What is all that? That stuff I got to re-auction. All right. I think we were at $65 on Kiss. If anybody else wants to go ahead and bid that so I know where we're at. This was a 1977 near mint minus UK press of Kiss self-titled. $65 start. Kiss. And I think Black Sabbath, we were at like 70 or so. I got to wait for those people to get back on, and hopefully they do. Now, in here, let me do some separating of some new vinyl from OG. This was our other bin of putbacks. Let me do some separating here. M&M. I'll go ahead and run that too. There's new vinyl. And there's the rest of the OG. Okay, so this was another bin of putbacks and non-payments. I'm going to go through that one more time while everybody's getting back on. I'll go ahead and run this M&M I've been meaning to do all night. It's called Sing for the Moment. It's a 12-inch single. It's really cool. It has the he samples Dream On. So it's let's see. Whoop, that's the wrong disc. Actually, hold on a second. This is, maybe that's why John pulled this out. Is this the right thing? Scratch that. I don't think that's the right disc unless I put it over here somewhere else. Scratch that on the M&M. Not literally. Don't literally scratch it. But that may be the wrong disc. That's maybe why he pulled that out. I thought he pulled it out because he maybe just didn't want to put it back in the jacket. He may have pulled it out because it was the wrong disc. So that may have been what happened on that. So scratch that on the M&M. Let me set that over here. And Kiss and Black Sabbath. I know Brent Rabley was bidding on one of them on this, and I can't remember on the Black Sabbath. I was looking for 75 and 65, and I think that's where we're at. I'll just kind of set those over here for now. Let's get two new auctions started. We have a sealed copy of the Grateful Dead's Working Man's Dead. This is sealed. Sealed copy of the Grateful Dead Working Man's Dead. Sealed Super Savers. $55 start on that. $55 start. And then we have a really cool metal comp here. It's called Axe Attack. Axe Attack. That's Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Ian Gillan, Judas Priest, Rainbow, and Whitesnake. That is a $25 start for Axe Attack. That's a K-Tail. Susie, it's K-Tail. Axe Attack, K-Tail. I don't see a lot of metal on those. That's a $25 start. Okay, William Michaels at 75 on the Black Sabbath. Yes, William was one of the bidders. It's all coming back to me now. Brian Hummel's at 55 on the Grateful Dead. I'm just waiting to see who was also bidding on the Kiss. We'll figure that in just a second. Now, here's a recap of here is the recap of the last bin we was in before the internet decided to go to the bathroom. We had the Dokken box set, $159.99. The Dokken box set, that is 5 LPs. It's 4 studio albums. That is $159.99. Brent's at 60 on Kiss. Black Sabbath is at 75. Grateful Dead's at 55. Axe is at 35. This was sold at auction and not paid for. It's called Nightbreed Soundtrack. It's a waxwork pressing. It is on colored vinyl. Danny Elfman. Artwork by Rich Kelly. Very nice jacket. That is a $45 buy it now. Rage for Order. Queensryche. Yes, we already sold that one. I got 2 copies. These are all new and sealed. Iron Maiden, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Those are $36.99. Iron Maiden, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Bill Withers, his Ultimate Collection, $26.99. That's on colored vinyl. Bill Withers, his Ultimate Collection. Hits such as Ain't No Sunshine, Lean on Me, Harlem, etc. Kiss Asylum, 2014 remaster, $33.99. And Van Halen 2. We actually got most of the Van Halen discography in here. There's Van Halen 2, 1984, Women and Children First, Diver Down, and yeah, that's all the Van Halens. Those are $31.99. High bid on Axe is $37 with Eric Powers. High bid on Axe is $37 with Eric Powers. Final call on the Grateful Dead. Brian has the sealed Grateful Dead. So first is Axe, which is this K-Tail metal compilation. That is at $40 with Michael Ling. Grateful Dead is at $55 with Brian Hummel. This is a sealed copy of the Grateful Dead Working Man's Dead. Brian Hummel's at $55. Then Black Sabbath was the Eternal Idol. EX Plus, the Near Minus, 1987 USOG. Black Sabbath was with William Michael for $75. I'm definitely about to sell that. And I'm also definitely about to sell Brent Rabley Kiss for $60. $60, $75, $55, and now 40. I could sell all of them at the same time. The Cure is $46.99. If you don't have one of these already, like I said, if you're not familiar, OGs of these exist. They're hundreds of dollars. Wish, if you can even find one for sale. That's The Cure, $46.99. That's a 2LP. That's a new release. I got 2 Christmas albums. We got Elvis. He's on colored vinyl. And I got Frank Sinatra. You might want to buy those now and put them out in about 10 months when you're ready for Christmas music. I've got Rush 2112 in stock for $36.99. I may keep that one since the shrink. I've been wanting to open one of those. And now the OG stuff that's left. Laughing Dogs is $14.99. 10 Years After was on sale for $15. That's Alvin Lee and Company, 10 Years After. Nice copy on the Durham label, $15. Stephen Chesney first on Elvis. Sell that to Stephen Chesney. And Dean Martin, my bad. That's Dean Martin, not Frank Sinatra. Dean Martin is $24.99. Thank you, Brad. And the Christmas albums are $24.99. Elvis is already sold, but I still have Dean Martin. Let's sell Black Sabbath to William Michael for $75. Brent Rabley, you get Kiss for $60. Brian Hummel, you get Grateful Dead for $55. And Michael Ing, you get Axe for $40. If you need to repeat those, Tanner, let me know. Let me grab some new auctions. Okay. Axe is Michael Ling's for $40. Brian Hummel got Grateful Dead for $55. I'll give you the other two in just a moment. Let me grab 2 new auctions. So if you've been waiting on an auction, let me know. I've got 3 entire crates over here of hard rock and metal and Kiss and Ozzy and Rats and Pink Floyd's I didn't get to. We will obviously have to continue tomorrow. We just got about an hour or so left tonight. We probably will go to at least midnight. If there's something you've been waiting on all night and I hadn't got to it, let me know. I will try to find it and I will put it up for sale. Otherwise, I will advertise what we have left and I will do it tomorrow. I do have more Grateful Dead, and I know I have buyers waiting for that. And I've got a couple other Kiss records over here I've been meaning to run. So let me do that right now. Ozzy's, I don't have any Tora. No Tora. Here's what's left in the OG crate. Pretty Baby is $19.99, Pretty Baby soundtrack, and Grand Funk, We're an American Band. That's on the original gold vinyl, $29.99. Which Tupac do you have? I think it's a 12-inch single with somebody. Let me go find that. I don't think I have a copy of Kiss Alive. Let me go check, though. I don't have any Judas Priest, 2 Live Crew Priest, and I don't have any Sepultura, Brian. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. This is a VG-. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. It is on the original Warner Brothers 7 Arts. Original label, Warner Brothers 7 Arts. That's a VG-. It is in shrink wrap. That is a $15 start. $15 start on Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. I've also got Kiss, Creatures of the Night. This is an EX copy of Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Has the original inner sleeve. EX, about a VG Plus cover. Not a bad copy. That's a $35 start. $35 start. Kelly O'Shea, Motley Crue. I don't have any Dangerous Toys. I do have some Motley Crue. I don't have Bad Company. Dead is at $20. Oh, and Led Zeppelin's, yes. Deep Purple is $34.99. I've got Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, 1814, $49.99. And Eric Clapton, this was $14.99. $14.99 for Eric Clapton. Georgiana. I'm trying to figure out that. George Green Seller. We're going to call you Georgiana. Am I saying that right? I don't feel like I am. That, if you want to dive her down out of here, that is sold to you, and I apologize. I butcher a lot of people's names. That is sold to you. If you want it, I'll make sure, say, dive her down, sold. Grateful Dead's at $30, and I'm looking for a $35 start on the OG Creatures of the Night. Tommy's Sisters, George. Gotcha. Wait a minute, maybe I don't. But I think she wants to dive her down. Tommy's Sisters, George. Do you know what she's referring to there? The Ventures, Underground Fire. Tommy Green. Oh, okay, Tommy Green. Thank you, Tommy's sister. I got you now. Gotcha. I think I'm saying your name now. Gotcha, Tommy Green. And Steve Winwood is $19.99. Steve Winwood is $19.99. Gotcha. Thank you, Georgiana. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, let me know. Kiss is at 35. Grateful Dead's at 35. I don't have a copy of GNR Lies. Brian's at 37 on Grateful Dead. I do have another copy of Iron Maiden, and UJ Miller had requested some Ozzy, so let me run that. I do have another copy of Live After Death. Those are actually the first two records next in the crate. Let's run them. Okay, Dead is at 37. Final call on Kiss, Creatures of the Night. I love that cover, Georgiana. Thank you, Tommy Green's sister, Georgiana. Welcome. Please make sure you message our page. We've already auctioned Flesh and Blood. That sold earlier. Check out this, Ozzy and Shrink Wrap with Hype Sticker. I love this Hype Sticker. Diary of a Madman, Flying High Again, Over the Mountain. Of course, also one of my favorite songs, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, one of my favorite Ozzy songs. This has the original inner sleeve, Ozzy, Randy Rhoads on lead guitar. EX, it's a couple hairlines away from being a near mint record, and it's in Shrink Wrap. Very nice copy. Ozzy's a $45 start. Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman, $45 start for that. We also have Iron Maiden, Live After Death. Iron Maiden is a VG copy. It's a 1985 UK press. 1985 UK press of Live After Death. Both inner sleeves. We have them in anti-statics. And let's see what else we have here. Gatefold cover, about a VG Plus, UK. This is going to be a $45 start. There's both of the inner sleeves, UK style, and this is about a VG copy. Overall, about a VG copy, $45 start on Live After Death. I don't see a tour book. I'm not for sure if this one came with one. I don't really know, but that is an 85 UK OG, $45 start on that. Wow, we got 4 auctions going, but I think Grateful Dead is about done. Brian Hummel, you were at 37, and then Chris Rio bid 38. I've got one copy left of Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It is $37.99. Creatures is an OG, yes. Diary is at $50. Kiss is now at $36. Ozzy $45. Grateful Dead is at $40. Ozzy's at $53. Kiss is at $37. Iron Maiden $45. Chris Rio back in on Dead at $41. Diary of a Madman $55. And Kiss $38. So all auctions are getting bids. I got 4 going right now. That's a lot to keep up with. I thought Grateful Dead was about over. They are still bidding on it. Let me grab a crate of records to flip through. Maybe some stuff you've never seen before. I hope so. That's why we do this. That was stuff from the Murfreesboro collection. So was this crate. Well, here's some new arrivals, but I really hadn't got to, yeah, so let me set these right over here. Okay. I'll update our auctions in just a second. There's 3 albums in this crate, but as you can tell, they're big sellers. That's why we have so many of them. I promoted this earlier in the sale. I hope everybody has a copy of Metallica's Black Album in their collection. This is the newest remaster, 2 LP. It has sold over 30 million units worldwide. That's incredible. Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, The Unforgiven, Wherever May Roam, and Sad But True. And Randy Davis, if you're watching, I was looking even further into your recommendation of going to Dallas to see them in concert. They still got travel packages available, I think, for Dallas, one of those shows. So I've been wanting to do that, do one of the Metallica travel packages. But this is $39.99, the Metallica Black Album. We've sold a lot this week. We've sold originals. We've sold EPs, originals, and now here's the 2 LP remaster, $39.99. I wonder if Brian is still watching. We got a couple of Metallica gurus on the feed right now. $39.99. Metallica Black Album, 2 LP remaster. I hope you have one. And then Pearl Jam 10 is $28.99. This was a surprise restock this week. Pearl Jam 10, $28.99. Brian's watching. That's one of our many fellow Metallica gurus. $28.99. Pearl Jam 10, $28.99. Metallica is not the 45 RPM. No, it's not. Okay, update on our auctions. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. This is a VG minus. Last bid I seen on the Dead was Chris Rio at 41. Then Brian is at 43. Chris Rio 45. Brian, the cover's in shrink wrap. Really nice cover. It is the original press, and that's a VG minus. VG minus. And the last bid was Chris Rio at 45. Chris Rio at 45. So let me know if you're in or out. If you're out, I'm going to sell it to Chris pretty fast for 45 unless someone jumps in right now. And then we had Kiss. Let's see. Last bid on Kiss was Brent Rabley at 40. We got Brent Rabley at 40. Kiss, Creatures of the Night, EX Plus copy, original inner sleeve, EX Plus. It's a 1982 PRC Compton press. UJ Miller's now at 41. Daniel's out on the Grateful Dead. I think I'm waiting for Chris Rio now because Brian's back in at 46. Then we had the really nice copy of Diary of a Madman. And the last bid on that I seen, the last bid on Diary of a Madman was Kevin Kubina at $60. And then the last bid on Iron Maiden, Dave Connor said out. Michael Herrera was at $55 on Live After Death. $55. So, Chris Rio, waiting for your call on Grateful Dead. If not, I'm going to sell it to Brian for 46. Diary is a USOG EX Plus. Really nice cover and shrink wrap and the hype sticker. And then Kiss is now at 42. And then Iron Maiden's on Final Call. Final Call on Grateful Dead and Iron Maidens. Kiss and Ozzy still getting bids. And we got a restock of Master of Puppets. I've opened and listened to one of this. This is the nice remasters. They sound phenomenal. Master of Puppets, Battery, Welcome Home. I like Thing That Should Not Be. I like that one. Of course, these tracks here are incredible. Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah. Those are $31.99. Okay, we got another bump on Grateful Dead. Chris Rio's at 47. That is an OG Anthem of the Sun. It is VG minus. It has a lot of wear on it. Of course, those are not cheap if you get a mint copy, if you can find one. Not cheap. They'd be about twice as much as what this one's bringing right now. Chris Rio's at 47. Usually a VG copy brings about half of what a near mint one would bring. That's what I've seen trending for years. Chris is at 47. Final call now that Brian's out. No one else bid on Iron Maiden. No one said out, but we're going to go ahead and sell it. And that was for the VG OG from UK, and that's 155. 55. Brent Rabley's at 60 on Kiss. And high bid on Ozzy now is Kevin Kubina's at 63 on Ozzy. Final call on that. So only 3 records in this bin. Master of Puppets. I really needed all these for the store because we are low stock. We were pretty much sold out of Master of Puppets. Pearl Jam was $28.99. I hope everybody has... The first side of this album is amazing. Once, Even Flow, Alive, Why Go, and then, of course, Black and Jeremy. Oh, my gosh. No wonder this has sold so many copies. Pearl Jam 10, that's also one of the greatest debut albums of all time. $28.99. Missed my Ozzy bid. Austin said he's a little higher. He's at 75 on Ozzy. Austin says, I'm at 75 on Ozzy. Let's go ahead and sell Chris Rio, Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead is sold to Chris Rio. While we have some Grateful Dead bidders on, I'll go ahead and sell some more. That's sold to Chris Rio. Let me go grab another one, and I'm also going to grab a new crate. Somebody asked about Garage Days. I have that. Lanny, if you give me a second, I'll show that. I think my next crate is full of Metallicas. So let me find those. I've got Iron Maiden, 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 Twisted Sister, Night Ranger, Grateful Dead. There it is. I've also got Pink Floyd, Nightmare 2, Rolling Stones, Motley Crue, Cinderella. Let's do a Cinderella. And we'll run some of those Motley Crues as well. So, okay, Kiss is at 65. Final call on Ozzy at 75. Kiss is at 65. I have more Pink Floyd. I also have more Led Zeppelin. Grateful Dead. This is near mint, 1989 BMG Music Club, pressed in Canada. There's only one for sale right now on Discogs. This is a near mint minus. I guess there is an OG of this, but boy, this is a nice copy. And this one's called Built to Last. It looks better when you take it out of the sleeve. It's very nice. Grateful Dead. Built to Last, super glossy, really nice cover, original sleeve. I'm going to get this one started for $65. It looks like it's unplayed. Grateful Dead is a $65 start. There's the cover, inner sleeve. That's a nice packaging on that. Let's go ahead and sell Ozzy to Austin Cokel. You get the Ozzy for $75. Danny's out on Kiss. Brent Rabley's at $65. That's now up for bid. Brian's at $65 on the Grateful Dead. That's now up for bid. And let me put up Cinderella, and then I'll grab a Pink Floyd. We got Cinderella Long Code Winter. This is a near mint minus 1988 something press. I'm not for sure. It's US, and 88 should make this OG. It is. Cinderella Long Code Winter. And I'm done buying records for this paycheck. Well, at least you're buying responsibly. Thank you for doing that. Some people would keep buying and then figure out a way to pay for them later. Cinderella is going to be a $35 start. Long Code Winter, about a VG Plus cover. It has the original inner sleeve with it, and the vinyl is really clean. It's near mint minus. Near mint minus on the vinyl. It's a very clean copy. $35 start on Cinderella. I have sold a truckload of music on vinyl presses. I don't get many OGs. $35 start on that. Now $40 with Craig Thomas. Okay, so no takers on Master of Puppets, or no other takers. We sold a lot earlier in the show. I think everybody's got their fix on those for tonight. Now, this next crate, it's got 2, 3, 4, 5 albums in it, and I think it's Rush and Metallica. So claim whatever album you want. If it's a Metallica album, please claim the name of the album, or be as specific as possible. I promise there's plenty for everybody if we happen to get a crazy one. Garage Days Revisited. These are $24.99. Garage Days Revisited, $24.99. Originally called the $5.98 EP, Garage Days Revisited. $24.99. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I remember when I first started selling new vinyl, there was a limited edition orange one of those available. I wish I would have bought them all. They're not cheap right now. Probably some of y'all bought one from me. I got another restock of Rush 2112. The bin was getting awfully thin, so I went ahead and grabbed more of those. Rush 2112, $36.99. And then, And Justice for All. Man. One Eye the Beholder, Blacken, and Justice for All, The Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow. I hope everybody has one of these. This one also sounds incredible. $39.99, Metallica and Justice for All. We have S&M, Metallica with the San Francisco Symphony, $54.99, 3 LPs, $54.99. I've got 5 of those, and then I've got Garage Inc. I haven't had that in a while. That's also 3 LPs. 3 LPs over 2 hours of music, Garage Inc. This has their cover of Whiskey in the Jar and Turn the Page. Some other covers on there from the Misfits. $54.99 on Garage Inc. Okay, can we sell Kiss? I think we were all done on that. Yes, Brent Rabley gets Kiss, $65. Grateful Dead is at $77. Grateful Dead is at $77. That's a near mint OG. And high bid on Cinderella is at $55. Grateful Dead is at $77. High bid on Cinderella is at $55. Kyle Morgan wants Garage Inc., not Revisited. All right, so Kyle Morgan wants Garage Inc. That's sold to Kyle Morgan. And then next was UJ Miller, Garage Metallica Inc., Garage Inc. That's sold to UJ Miller. And then Grateful Dead's at $80, Cinderella's at $60. Joshua Lee Sparks wants a Metallica S&M. Yeah, here's a couple that I guess are really tough. I guess there's OGs of that. I never have, maybe had but maybe 1 or 2. I don't know if this was originally pressed in $19.99 on vinyl. I'm sure it is, but I've never seen one. And that's sold to Joshua Sparks. So, okay, so that was Garage Inc. I've got 3 of those left. S&M and Justice for All, Rush 2112, and Garage Days Revisited. It was. Yeah, I've never seen an original 99 S&M. Those probably aren't cheap. $54.99 is probably a bargain compared to that one. Susie wants Garage. Now, do you want Garage Inc., INC, or do you want Revisited? Whoop, that's Rush. Or Garage Days Revisited. Those confuse a lot of people. Sometimes they confuse me. I hadn't listened to those near as much as I had that one right there or the other one. Susie wants an Inc. Okay. Grateful Dead's at 95. And Cinderella is at 70 with James Bragg. That means Arm Lazelle, you're out. 70 and 95 on those two. I've got room up there to put up another one. So that was the other crate of vinyl. And then if you missed the very first crate of the night, there's actually not a lot in here left, but I'll show it so I can condense it with the others. And then I'll show some other new vintage stuff. We've got more Master of Puppets, of course, $31.99. The only copy I have left of Rock-a-Rolla, Judas Priest, $36.99. Of course, Pearl Jam 10, more Black albums. Creed, My Own Prison, last copy, has some great music on it. Torn, My Own Prison, Torn's that song. I don't know, a lot of people don't like them. It's like Nickelback, but I think they're incredible. And then Sonic Youth, Daydream Nation, $33.99. And then Nirvana, Nevermind, another classic album. Lots of restocks. The Black Album is $39.99. Metallica Black Album, $39.99. All right, we have room for one more auction. I think people are about to fight me if I don't put up a Pink Floyd record, so let me find one. Here's more Kiss over here. There's the Ozzy Randy Rose tribute. Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love. AC/DC, Dio, Bad Company, Rat. There's a Led Zeppelin 4. Randy Travis, Blackstone Cherry. Duran Duran, Rio, Scorpions. Where is all the Pink Floyd? Motley Crue, Motley Crue, Motley Crue. There's the rest of the Zeppelins. At least I know where they're at now. Ozzy, Pink Floyd. Here we go. Queen. Let's do a Dark Side of the Moon. We haven't had one in quite some time. I think some people's been looking for an OG. So it's a 75 press. This album originally came out in 1973. This is a 75 press, gatefold. Time. One of the greatest songs of all time, Pink Floyd, Time. No inserts or poster or anything like that. This is a 75 press. The vinyl, the cover's about VG+, especially for a cover. The vinyl is extraordinaire. Very, very nice copy of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. That's a 75 press. Vintage copy, as we like to call them. That's a $40 start, Dark Side of the Moon. Not bad. If you don't have that yet, that's a good start. That's a $40 start. Are we in or out on Cinderella? Arm Lazelle's out on Cinderella. James Bragg has Cinderella for $70. Final call. Grateful Dead is at $108. Nirvana's were $36.99. I don't have any Striper. Nevermind was $36.99. Black Album was $39.99. Joshua Lee Sparks is in on Pink Floyd. When I come back, I'm ending Cinderella. I'm going to end Cinderella when I come back. I got to find a crate to go through, Tanner. Let's go through, let's see what I got over here. This may be some vintage stuff from, yeah, this is some vintage stuff from this really good collection we've got recently. I'll make it a buy it now, best offer crate. I mean, we are in the last hour of the sale. Greg Stone, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I don't think I ever did pull that for them. So let me do that. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Also, what other new LPs I have over here y'all might be interested in when. Let's show some new Pink Floyd. I've got 3 copies of this left. The OGs have been pricey lately, so you may want to settle for one of these. I do have a Zach Bryan waiting list. It's getting quite long, though. Greg Stone, if this is what you want, say sold on the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'm going to sell that. You can abbreviate it RCHP if you want it. Pink Floyd is currently at $50. And here is a new press of Adam Heartmother remastered, $33.99. If anybody wants one of those, I have 3 left. Pink Floyd, Adam Heartmother, $33.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers is $37.99. $37.99. I sold a bunch of them last night. Okay, we can go ahead. I'll put that over here in pending since he hadn't said yes. That was Susie's Garage Inc. We can go ahead and sell Cinderella to James Bragg for $70. And Pink Floyd is now at $50 of Arm Lazelle. Chris Rio's at $120 on the Grateful Dead. He did say sold on Red Hot Chili Peppers. If anybody wants Pink Floyd, Adam Heartmother, $33.99. The OGs, even the Japanese pressings of these, extremely difficult to find nice, quiet pressings of any Pink Floyd record. These remasters are very popular for that reason. Some great songs on here. Very psychedelic. Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast. There's some very tripped out music on there. Greg Stone's a newbie. Greg, make sure you message our Facebook page. That's this Facebook page, Collectco. We need your email address and mailing address. Brad's at 125 on Grateful Dead. Final call. Pink Floyd's at 50. Final call. As soon as I sell those two, I'll put up new ones. I'll do another Led Zeppelin. I think there's one more Grateful Dead, but don't hold me to that. And we got plenty of Pink Floyd. These are all buy it now, best offer. They're fairly new records, so they're not going to be half off or anything. But this is very nice stuff. This is from the Bowling Green collection. This is a 1973 OG of Rolling Stones Goat Head Soup. It is $39.99 and it's immaculate. Final call on the Grateful Dead. Final call on Pink Floyd. Clay Moore wants an Adam Hart Mother. Let me go see if I have metal. I think I spot them from here. Let me go check though. Clay Moore got a metal, or Clay Moore got an Adam Hart Mother. Stones is $39.99. Nuggets, original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, 1965 to 1968. This is Nuggets, $39.99 with some very Grateful Dead looking artwork there. Looks exactly like the Grateful Dead stuff. $39.99. Brent's at 35 on Goat Head Soup. Sold. See how easy that is? Brent's at 35 and that's sold to him. These auctions are also sold. R.M. Lazelle got Pink Floyd for $50. And Brad Moore, you got the Grateful Dead for $125. I've got the notes over here from Discogs on that, and they hadn't been cheap lately, those Grateful Deads. Derek Paris said $29.99 on Nuggets. Somebody else also said $30. It's on Sire. Boy, this is nice. I'll do the old-fashioned split the difference with you, Derek, if you want it for $35. Okay, let me see what I got here. Here's a Pink Floyd Animals. It says near mint minus. That's incredible. Let's put that up, and I'll grab one of these. Let's see. What do y'all want to see? There's another Cinderella. All kinds of crazy stuff right in there. Where was those other Zeppelin albums at? Oh, there's been some people waiting for one of these. Let's run this. Derek, 35. If you pass, Mark Shelton on that. Do you have any more of the vinyl, me, please? There may be. Pink Floyd, but I don't have them tonight. Pink Floyd Animals is a Pittman press. It has a barcode on the back. It is near mint minus. It's very nice. EX Plus near mint minus is what I'm going to call this one. Really nice cover too. We got it in a new sleeve. That's Pink Floyd Animals. That's a $40 start. $40 start on Pink Floyd Animals. We have graded this a VG. It's Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. Let me take a closer look at it. Because usually if we put VG on something, that means like one side may be VG. That side there looks like VG Plus to me. This side looks like better than VG Plus. Side 4 looks really nice actually. There's one original sleeve. There's the original window insert. Both inner sleeves are here. That's a great thing. By the way, these are very thick stock inner sleeves, so they always leave sleeve scuffs, especially if somebody played it a lot. That side's about VG Plus, and that side, yeah. So this was a played record. Looks like somebody got their use out of this one. It's not pristine, but I don't consider this one totally trashed. So it has this flip insert. Here's how you package this one. You tuck those two sleeves down in here, and then you slide it into the cover. And Led Zeppelin, this is I'm going to say overall, a VG Plus copy. And this is going to be a $35 start. You have Physical Graffiti, $35 start on that. Pink Floyd's at $55. Let's see here. I don't have any original Motorhead for sure. Nuggets is sold to Derek Paris for $35. There's metal. Who asked about that? Jamie Butler. Do I have one or do I have more? I've got 2 copies of metal, $33.99. Jamie Butler, you'll get first dibs. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Let me know on that. Trying to find out what else is over here. See if there's any. I bet we can get these sold. I've been hyping this album up a lot lately. I've got 2 copies. And that is Ace Frehley solo album, $33.99. This one has a corner bump on it. I'll do that one for $30, and I've got a perfect one for $33.99. That's 2 other records I have there. We'll see if Jamie wants one. If he passes, then Brent and Scotty, you both get one. For sure, I've got an extra, so that could go to Jamie, and then Brent Hall needs one. Okay, let's get back to the crate here. The Beatles, the Decagon Sessions, $49.99. This is a 1977 unofficial. This is the Decagon Sessions. The Decagon Sessions, that's $49.99. So, metal goes to Jamie Butler, and another one goes to Brent Hall. I don't think I pulled it over there. See if we have another one. And if not, we need to put Scotty G-Force on a waiting list. Led Zeppelin's at $44 with Michael Nath, and Pink Floyd's at $55. Nath has Floyd and Led Zeppelin right now. Another Beatles unofficial, 5 nights in a judo arena. The Beatles on stage in Japan. This is $49.99. The Beatles on stage in Japan, $49.99. Another Beatles unofficial, live from the San Houston Coliseum, 1978 German pressing, $49.99. The Beatles, live from San Houston Coliseum, has a picture of the cover from the Butcher cover sessions. Scotty G-Force says wait list is okay for him. I need to order more anyway, so Pink Floyd metal. Richie Valens in concert at Paconima Junior High, $24.99. And Mr. Welcome to the Real World, loaded with some hits on here. Nice, Near Mint original copy, $34.99. John Porter is at $50 on Led Zeppelin. John Porter's at $50 on Led Zeppelin. Greg is also bidding, and I'm going to say final call on Pink Floyd Animals to Michael Nath at $55. Near Mint minus on that one, really nice copy. The Monkees, Missing Links is $34.99. 1987, The Monkees, Missing Links, $34.99 on that. James Bragg said he'd give $30 on Mr. Sold. James Bragg, $30. Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs, original motion picture soundtrack, $29.99. Mark, we will add you to the extended Zach Bryan waiting list. I hope that they're getting the press and plants warmed up to make those. There's a high demand. Just check prices on Discogs. The Beatles, Youngblood, $49.99. That's a 1978 German pressing. And we have Elvis Costello, Taking Liberties. Elvis Costello, nice copy, original inner sleeve, $24.99. These are all like near mint from the Bowling Green collection. Michael Nath gets Led Zeppelin, sold, $55. And high bid on Led Zeppelin right now, Pink Floyd, I don't know what I just said. Michael Nath got Animals for $55. High bid on Led Zeppelin right now is $51. $51. I've got another comp over here. Let me pull this one. And I've got, let's see what I got over here in the KISS department. Let's do this one here. There's a lot of people wanting this one from earlier, so let me go ahead and put that up. John Porter's back in on Led Zeppelin. First, we're going to do this Vital Vinyl, Volume 2. Ian Hunter, Roy Gallagher, Generation X, UFO, Blondie. This is near mint from the UK. And this is a $20 start. Vital Vinyl, Volume 2. That's a $20 start. Vital Vinyl compilation. $20 start on that. And we have the Gene Simmons solo album. This is a VG copy. It's a 1978 GOL press with posters. Plural. Let me see what that looks like. Posters. That could be good. $25 start on Gene Simmons. Covers and shrink wrap. Gary's at $30 on Vital Vinyl. Let's see what the Gene Simmons poster looks like. It looks like it's been hung at one time. It does have the poster with it, though. Gene Simmons solo album. $25 start on this. The vinyl is about VG Plus. Original inner sleeve. It's got a little bit of a dog ear right there. But other than that, not bad. $25 start on that. So we got 3 auctions going. High bid on Led Zeppelin is $52 with John Porter. Greg, you were second. Gary's at $30 on Vital Vinyl. Arnold's back in on Led Zeppelin at $55, and Gene Simmons has bids. Mr. John Cale, $24.99, 1981 Terre Haute. John Cale, and what is this one called? Hani Soit? Oni Swa, maybe. Oh, he's got the phonics down there for us. Oni Swa, $24.99, John Cale. Patti Smith Group, Easter, $39.99. Patti Smith Group, Easter. This is $39.99. About EX Plus. We have the original insert and inner sleeve with this one. Patti Smith is $39.99. Patti Smith Group Easter, $39.99. If I can get it back in there. There we go. These are all buy it now, best offer. So we've already shown these once. Like I said, most people have been very reasonable with their offers, and I've taken them. Or we've reached a nice agreement. The best of the Bobby Fuller, one of the two, Bobby Fuller 4, their hit song was I Fought the Law, and the Law Won. $19.99. This is a Rhino reissue compilation. It is near mint minus. I've also got the Boomtown Rats, The Fine Art of Surfacing. That's a white label promo, $24.99. And we can end some stuff or at least do some final calls. John says he's out on Led Zeppelin. R.M. Lazelle's at 55. It's between Greg Brummett and R.M. Lazelle. Greg Brummett and R.M. Lazelle. R.M. Lazelle's at 55 on Physical Graffiti. For some reason, always a tough one for people to get in their Zeppelin catalog collection discography. Just always a tough one for some reason. I don't have a lot of mint copies come through. Greg is back in for 56. Vital Vinyl. Sold, only one bidder. I'm not even giving that another chance. That sold to Gary Samuels for $30. And then Kiss, high bid is Rich Bernstein at $31. Vinyl is VG Plus. Covers and shrink wrap, has the poster and inner sleeve. High bid on that is Rich Bernstein at $31. Greg is back in on Led Zeppelin, R.M. Lazelle. Let me know if you're in or out. The Chipmunks Sing the Beatles is a 1981 UK. The Chipmunks Sings the Beatles, $24.99. And the Kink Controversy. This is $49.99. It's a 1966 mono. The Kink Controversy. Really nice, clean copy. About a VG Plus cover though. I will put up the Ozzy tribute. Let me find it and see what it looks like. I hate to run one this late, but I know there's a few asked about it. I will run it. You may get a deal on it. This is a 1987 Carleton, Georgia, which this is there's only one pressing, or they only made this one time. It's never been reissued. Ozzy, the Randy Rose tribute, and this is extremely nice, as in near mint. We call these minty fresh. Very, very nice. The vinyl looks unplayed. It's got both inner sleeves with it. This was Ozzy's tribute to Randy Rhoads after he passed away. Not an easy record to get. This is a really nice copy. That's a $65 start. Ozzy Randy Rhoads tribute. $65 start. Super nice cover. Also very clean vinyl. Near mint. Final call on Gene Simmons. They're still bidding on Led Zeppelin. $65 on Ozzy. And the Kinks. Derek, if you bump that up $5 more, I will sell it to you. $39.99. This is a nice, I'm talking about tricolor steamboat. You'll be very impressed with how nice this vinyl is. $39.99 on that. Ozzy, 65, 70, 65, and 70. We got 4 bidders so far. Meet the Ruddles. The Ruddles is $24.99. Meet the Ruddles, $24.99. Red Rockers, Good as Gold. This is a 1983 Holland press. $19.99. Good as Gold, Red Rockers. That is $19.99. Pressing says Tupac 30. Squeeze, Argy Bargy. That is $19.99. Let me see what that Tupac record is. That must be a hint. Preston wants to bid on it. Kiss, Led Zeppelin, Kiss, Nos. I don't know what that is. The Karate Kid soundtrack, Loudness, Tupac and Outlaws. Tupac and Outlaws, near mint. I may have to, Seth, can you check the Discogs on this for me? I will run it as soon as we check the Discogs. I don't know if it's something we just start at 25 or 105. Seth is going to check on that for us. I need to do my other stretching. All these are 65, 70, 65, 70, 72. The Kinks was OG. Did Derek say he wanted that or not? Derek Paris. Derek, let me know if you want this for $39.99. The Kink Controversy. It is 66 mono. 66 mono. You know, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with. So I'm in at 39. Okay, never mind. Brent, this is already sold to him for $39.99. We can go ahead and sell Rich Bernstein Ozzy. I meant to sell that a while back. Ozzy's now sold to Rich Bernstein for $31. And where did we get to on Led Zeppelin? Okay, that's what I thought on that. This is a really cool record. I'll show that in just a second. Final call on Led Zeppelin. Arm Lazelle was at 60. Greg, are you in or out? Greg, are you in or out? Arm Lazelle was at 60. 60. 60. And then Ozzy's at 80 with Craig Proper. James Bragg, Craig was already in first. We have Tupac and Outlaws, Still Rise. This is OG. This is 1999. It's a full album. It's a full album. It's 2 LPs from 1999. It is near mint, and this is a $75 start. I don't get this in too often. Tupac and Outlaws, 1999. $75 start. Tupac and Outlaws, Still Rise. That's a $75 start. Greg's backing on Led Zeppelin at 61. Ozzy's at 80. Ozzy's now at 90. And Tupac is a $75 start. I know Preston's going to bid. An Evening with David Bowie, for $74.99. This is a 1978 white label promo interview. White label promo interview. An interview or an evening with David Bowie, $74.99. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, $19.99. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, near mint. Ozzy's now at 90 with James Bragg. Arm Lazelle, you're back out on Led Zeppelin. Greg has it for 61. Neil Young, Tonight's the Night, $99.99. This is a 1975 Terre Haute press. Very nice copy. $99.99. Neil Young, Tonight's the Night. Very, very nice copy. 75 Terre Haute. Preston's in on Tupac at 75. Waiting for Arm Lazelle on Led Zeppelin. He's back in at 65. Scratch that. UK Squeeze is on red vinyl. It's a white label promo. $24.99. Final call. Craig, let me know if you're in out on Ozzy. Randy Rose tribute. Preston's at 75 on Tupac. Going twice, going 3 times to Preston. They're still bidding on Led Zeppelin. We're about to wrap up Ozzy, and I will read off some titles that I have over here in the bins. I've got Kiss Destroyer, Kiss Rock and Roll Over, Kiss, a 4-track EP like we sold earlier. Nos is a 12-inch single. I've got more Tupac. I've got some Rats. I got some Led Zeppelins. Let me find the rest of the Kiss. We've got Ozzy, Rat, Queen, Kiss Asylum, Paul Stanley, Blizzard of Oz, Bark of the Moon, Madonna's, more Sabbaths, Billy Idols, more Pink Floyd's, AC/DC's, Def Leppard's, Poison, Kisses, Guns N' Roses, Cinderella's, lots of Iron Maiden. I like 30. That's at least 30 or 40 there. Duran Duran, Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill, The Carpenters' Christmas album. I think I've had this before. It's really cool. This Training Day, like the movie. That's it's like a single from that. It's on vinyl. More Black Sabbath, Night Ranger. Ooh, we got a copy of Led Zeppelin 2. Have we checked the Matrix? It's a 75 Monarch press. We might run that one next. All right. Brent also bid. I don't have any more Grateful Dead. Nope. I think I sold the 3 I had, Chris. I don't have any more Grateful Dead. Arm Lazelle was at 65 on Led Zeppelin. Brent bid 75 on Tupac. We already have that. Craig's at 95 on Ozzy. Preston is at 80 on Tupac, Idol. Led Zeppelin's at 66, Rat. I do have a Fish album. Yes, I do. Cinderella, Warrant, Led Zeppelin, Madonna, Steely Dan. Okay. So, if I understand correctly, all 3 auctions got another bid right then. I'm going to put Ace Frehley away. I'm putting Rush 2112 away. Let me go ahead and show this sale I was talking about earlier, and that was for Stranger Things 4. These are on sale, $10 off. I've already sold some in our group. They're $34.99. Stranger Things 4, those are $34.99. This has some great music on it. It's got, of course, the Kate Bush song, Running Up the Hill, Deal with God, but it also has the new remix of that Journey, Separate Ways. If you hadn't listened to that yet, it's awesome. These are $34.99. California Dreamin', Talking Heads, Psycho Killer, Dead or Alive is on here, Extreme, Kiss, The Cramps, The Safaris, Rick Nelson, Falco, Rock Me Amadeus, Rick Derringer, James Taylor, Fire and Rain, Metallica, Master of Puppets, I forgot about that. They should have put that on the hype sticker. Metallica, Master of Puppets, Moby, Journey, Susie and the Banshees, Ella Fitzgerald that I mentioned, the Safaris and the Cramps and Extreme. Those are $34.99. This is on black vinyl. This is the indie retail version, which they just gave us standard black vinyl. They didn't do anything cool and colored for us. Now, I also have the score music. I have the score music as well. I've got one copy left of Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. It was $34.99. And then here is Fish. That's going to be our next auction. Fish, the Sicket disc. $45 start on this. Fish, the Sicket disc. I think that's how you say that. Gatefold. Fish is a $45 start. I can't remember if this was on any kind of variant or not. It is normal black vinyl. I don't know if there is color variants on this. Fish is a $45 start. The Sicket disc. I guess if you're in the jam bands, this has been your tonight. We've had Grateful Dead and Fish. All right, I need to get us updated on our auctions because we've had a couple people that's been back and forth on a couple things for quite some time. Here's our current update. Let's start with Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin, Arm Lazelle is at $70 on Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. This is a VG Plus copy. I need to know from Greg Brummett if you're in or out. Arm Lazelle has this for $70. Going once, going twice. Next is Ozzy. Monica decided she's back in. And then James says, I'm still in too. Ozzy, Randy Rhoads tributes now at $120. And then Tupac. We had Brent is out, and that's after Preston bumped it to $80. Preston has the Tupac and Outlaws Still Rise for $80. Final call. Greg's back in on Led Zeppelin at $72. Ozzy's back up to $140. Preston has Tupac for $80. Final call. And Brian Hummel has Fish for $45. Final call on that. I'm about to sell Fish, and I'm about to sell Tupac unless someone bids. Let's see. Let's see here. Waiting at a rap record for a metal show. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff tonight. I'm going to make this a quick bite now. We've sold a lot this week. I had it in the hot picture. I'm not even going to auction it. Psychedelic Furs is a $55 bite now. This is Talk, Talk, Talk. It is a near mint copy. It is super nice. It's a $55 bite now. That's about what I've sold 2 or 3 for already this week or in the past week at auction. 55. Psychedelic Furs has the hit song Pretty in Pink. And the very first thing I showed tonight is Led Zeppelin Mothership box set. If you don't have one already, they are $139.99. I think we got one on hand, and then I've got 5 more being delivered tomorrow. This is the best, the very best of Led Zeppelin, which is hard to do. I don't know how they decided what songs to put on this. $139. That's a 4 LP box set. It was out of stock for a long time. $200 plus box set. That is called Mothership. We still have them in stock. Psychedelic Furs is $55 if anybody wants that. Time to end some auctions. Fish is sold to Brian Hummel for $45. Tupac is sold to Preston Rogers for $80. James Bragg, $140 on Ozzy. Craig is out. Monica's out. He says he needs this. I think you're going to end up with it. $140 final call. Arm Lazelle's out on Led Zeppelin. Greg Brummett has it for $72. I'm about to sell both of those and put up some new stuff. Stereo wants a Mothership. Tanner, I'll just hand this one to you. I don't know if that's all we had on hand tonight, but there should be more tomorrow. Mothership is sold to Stereo. $139.99. No takers on Psychedelic Furs. I'll lay that over there. We'll do that another night. Okay, Tanner has one over here. I'll keep that on the screen in case anybody catches the corner of it. Derek needs to put back the Nuggets comp. It's the same as one I have already. Okay, that means Mark Shelton was back up on that. Mark Shelton, are you still watching? Do you want that Nuggets comp? Because I think you were next at pretty much the same price, $35. And if he's not watching, we may go ahead and tag it for him anyway. So, Derek Paris, it was Nuggets comp. He says he needs to put that back, and Mark Shelton was next. Debbie, I've got you down for your Led Zeppelin. Yes. James Bragg wants a Mothership, and so does Michael Nath. Yes, they should be in tomorrow. They should be in tomorrow. Sex Pistols. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. We actually had 2 of these in this collection. 1978 UK, $79.99. And some products. This is the Sex Pistols, $34.99. Some product. Carry On Sex Pistols, $34.99. Not really sure what that is, but it's available. And we are... Let me find where I was in my spot here. All right, Physical Graffiti. Yes, Derek, it is OG, but I have to sell it. It's an OG VG Plus copy to Greg Brummett for $72. We've had that up for about a half hour. And Ozzy is sold to James Bragg for $140. Greg Brummett got Led Zeppelin for $72. And Ozzy is sold for $140. Now it's time for new auctions. I've got a copy of Led Zeppelin 2. This is a 1975 Monarch press. VG Plus. Any copy of Led Zeppelin 2 sounds good, in my opinion. I mean, of course, you know, there's the lugwood cut, but that's amazing. But any of these kind of vintage copies from the 70s sound really good. And then there's some that can sound bad compared to the Ultimate. That's a $30 start. VG Plus copy of Led Zeppelin 2. We sold a couple other motherships, and that's a $30 start on Led Zeppelin 2. NOS. Let me see what I have here on the NOS. Preston says he'll bid $30, and he don't even know what it is. Always people wanting rap and hip-hop stuff. I just don't have enough of it. I wish I did. This is called NOS Heaven and I Can. NOS Heaven and I Can. This is from 2003. It is near mint minus. I will start that for $15. NOS Heaven and I Can. Looks like a 12-inch single with different remix. $15 start on that. The Monkees. 40 timeless hits from the Monkees. Wow, 40 hits. $39.99. That's got to be like most of their first albums, just all on one thing. Monkey Mania is what it's called. $39.99. That's an Arista UK compilation. No, Australia. And that is $39.99. $39.99. Scandal. Love's Got a Line on You. Scandal is $19.99. The legendary Johnny Burnett Rock and Roll Trio. That is $39.99. Does this have Tear It Up? Yeah, this has the good stuff on it. Tear It Up and The Train Kept a Rolling. Honey Hush. You need this. The originals are like $1,000 plus. The legendary Johnny Burnett Trio. This is great stuff. $39.99. This is like the earliest forms of rock and roll here. $39.99. Johnny Burnett Trio. Sparks Indiscreet. Sparks is a 1975 Santa Maria press. $39.99. And Watching Rainbows. That is the Beatles. A 1978 German press. $49.99. Bananarama. Full album there. $19.99. And Patti Smith is a 1977 unofficial. $49.99. All right, high bid on Led Zeppelin. 30, 30, 35. Brian's at 40. If anybody wants NOS, it's a first-time buy. It's a first-come, first-served buy it now. I'll sell that to whoever wants it for $15. Kyle says he'll give $31 for Sparks. I will sell that to you for $34.99. Sparks Indiscreet. Nice copy. $34.99 if you want that, Kyle. And we have Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Shuffle, $19.99. I'll split the difference with you on that. Preston said 15. Okay, so he's first to that. Kyle said sold. That was on Sparks or that. Okay. And NOS is $15 sold to Preston, and Kyle gets Sparks for $34.99. Final call on Led Zeppelin. We got Brian Ligon at $40. We need a couple more auctions up kind of quick. It's also midnight, so I promise you we didn't get to, it doesn't look like I made a dent, really. We had so many things going at once, but let me try to find some other, there may be some people interested in a copy of The Wall, and let me see if I can get another Zeppelin album up. The other Zeppelin album I had over here was Coda. Might be some people waiting on a copy of Coda, and I've also got The Wall. But we already got a Zeppelin album up, so we need to sell that one first. And we got Pink Floyd, The Wall. 1979 Terre Haute. EX. EX. I knew there were some people waiting on The Wall. Both original inner sleeves. Terre Haute press. Very, very nice. Pink Floyd, The Wall. 2 LPs, original inner sleeve. About a VG Plus cover. One of the greatest compositions of all time. $45 start. Pink Floyd, The Wall. This is an experience. This isn't just an album. This is something you listen to in one sitting. This is an experience. $45 start on Wall. That's a 79 OG Terre Haute. Chris Ligon gets Led Zeppelin 2. Chris Ligon gets Led Zeppelin 2. Or excuse me, Chris Ligon. What am I saying that for? Brian Ligon. Brian Ligon gets Led Zeppelin 2 for $40. One Led Zeppelin gone. Let's put up another one. Coda is a near mint 1982 specialty. That makes this OG. It looks unplayed. Led Zeppelin Coda. This was a compilation of stuff that they recorded and never did release on any of their original studio albums. It came out in '82 after John Bonham had passed away. It's got some pretty good stuff on it. We're Gonna Groove is good. Ozone Baby. I Can't Quit You Baby, another version of that. Poor Tom is a good song. Wearing and Tearing, which Plant used to do later in his solo stuff. That is a $35 start for Led Zeppelin Coda. Wall is now at $60, $35 on Coda. We got some nice Bruce Springsteen albums in here. 1999, Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. Original inner sleeve, nice copy. Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska, 1999. I've lost my spot. If you're just joining us, we're going through a really good crate of records from the Bowling Green stuff. They're all buy it now, best offer, and we're bidding on some Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. Some good stuff there. Let me see what else I have over here. Let me see. Some of these I want to check on. Well, we're doing Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. We might as well put up a Queen record, right, Tanner? Queen. Queen is EX Plus to near mint minus. News of the World. 77 PRC press. I think this originally came out in 70. What was the original street date for this? 76. This was pressed in 77. News of the World. This is like some people's soundtrack to their childhood. Look at this artwork. We Will Rock You. This is going to be a $35 start. This is a VG Plus Queen News of the World. Or excuse me, it's a EX Plus near mint minus, $35 start on that. $35 start on that. And has the original inner sleeve. Led Zeppelin Coda is at $40 with Michael Nath. Pink Floyd's at $65. We already got a $65 bid. Final call on Coda, and Queen is at $35. I like 2 songs on the Wall. That's not good. It's not. You got to listen to it in its entirety, right? I mean, it's like one big thing. Of course, Comfortably Numb's on there. Hey You, Run Like Hell. What's the other one? The 2 songs that kind of Young Lust and Empty Spaces, or Empty Spaces and Young Lust. Great stuff there. Seth's leaving us. Seth? The show's not over yet.
It is for me.
Seth is leaving. When it hits midnight, he is gone. He turns into a pumpkin. He says he's got to go sell drugs. He's a pharmacist, by the way. Asia is $19.99. Asia's $19.99 Astra, and the birds, the bees, and the monkeys is $19.99. $19.99 for the birds, the bees, and the monkeys. $19.99. Queen, $35.35. Yeah, Mother's a great song. There's a bunch of good songs on there. Coda is at $40. That's a near mint copy. Coda was at $40. Pink Floyd, we was at $65. We was at $65 on Pink Floyd. We already have a $65 bid with Chris Rio. Chris Rio. Queen is at $40. Robert Fripp, Exposure, $29.99. 1979 white label promo. Robert Fripp, Exposure, $29.99. Asia Alpha is $19.99. And Spandau Ballet, the singles collection, just $19.99. I can't believe no one bought that the first time around. Spandau Ballet. I need to make another compilation in here of stuff I can't believe it didn't sell. Scott Smith gets the Robert Fripp. That's so does Scott Smith. While we're talking about Pink Floyd, here's something you need in your collection. This is called Roger Waters' Amused to Death. This is the Analog Productions 2 LP. Is that $69 or $59 on those? This one don't have a tag on it. Those Roger Waters in that crate behind you on the floor. $69.99. Roger Waters, Amused to Death. This is a digital recording because that's how it was originally. Amazing sounding record. This is the 2LP 45 RPM. We have an entire crate full of them if anybody needs one. Roger Waters, Amused to Death, $69.99. $69.99. Roger Waters, Amused to Death. All right. Pink Floyd is at 68. Pink Floyd's at 69. Chris Kirkley wants Spandau Ballet. Kyle Morgan, you are second. Where are we on Queen? Let me get a couple records updated here. By the way, this probably will be our last auctions. Maybe. Queen is at 40 with Michael Nath. Going once, going twice. Queen, News of the World. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow and the next one. Tomorrow and the next one. And the next day is what I mean. Led Zeppelin, this is a near mint copy of Led Zeppelin Coda. Michael Nath is at $50. And Chris Rio is at 69 on Pink Floyd The Wall. That's where we're at. So 69, 50, and Queen is, where was we at on that one? Queen was at 40. Let's see. Yes, there isn't it today and tomorrow? Yes, today and tomorrow. It's after midnight. Yes, unless you're watching out in, I guess, California. So it's still Thursday there. Roger Waters, yes, they are doing a box set of that. I don't really know the difference, but they say this is really good. Roger Waters, Amused to Death. That is sold to James Bragg. James Bragg. I got you down for one of those. Led Zeppelin just got another bid. So did Pink Floyd The Wall. I think I can go ahead and sell Queen, though. I'm about to do that. Pink Floyd The Wall. Elvis Behind Closed Doors. Unreleased Studio Live Concert Masters, 1960 to 1972. That is $69.99. It's a 1979 unofficial. Behind Closed Doors. Unreleased Studio and Live Concert Masters. Tim Buckley, $49.99. It's a 1966 white label promo. John Cougar Mellencamp. That is $19.99. We have Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who, $19.99. Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound? That is $19.99. And Kansas Vinyl Confessions, $19.99. Queen is sold to Michael Nath for $40. Pink Floyd is now at $72. Arm Lazelle's out on Led Zeppelin. Michael Nath has that for $60. Going twice, going three times to Michael Nath. And Pink Floyd is to Chris Rio. Now that Tim's out, going twice, going three times to him. Brain Salad Surgery, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, $24.99. Frankie and the Knockouts, Below the Belt, $9.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works, 8.5. That's a live unofficial. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, $49.99. And Point Blank, The Hard Way, $14.99. $14.99. Bob Seger, Live Bullet, a classic live album, a must, $29.99. Bob Seger. Focus Moving Waves is $19.99. And Asia, self-titled, $19.99. Arm Lazelle wants Roger Waters. Arm Lazelle on Roger Waters. There's another one for Arm Lazelle. If anybody else wants one, please let me know. John Porter on Bob Seger. John Porter on Bob Seger. That's a good decision. I'm going to go ahead and sell our next two auctions too. Pink Floyd is sold to Chris Rio for $72. Chris, that's sold to you. And Michael Nath gets Led Zeppelin Coda. That's sold to Mr. Nath for $60. Any Stranger Things? Yes. Stranger Things is, James Bragg also wants ST. That's Supertramp. And Stranger Things, where are those? Yeah, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, $34.99. These are $34.99. I also posted this in the group in the flip video. $34.99 for Stranger Things, Rush, and of course Ace Frehley. Brent, on this Tim Buckley, Josh, who works here, has been looking for this. I don't know if Josh is watching. We've been actually trying to hunt this record down. What I'll do is I'll make a note that you want it for $37. I've actually been looking for this. He bought the other two Tim Buckley records. If he doesn't want it for $37, he will let us know tomorrow, and I will tag your name on it. So we'll just make a note of that. I will sell that to you for $37. If Josh wants it for $37, I'll sell it to him. I hope you understand. But he bought the other two we had, and we've actually been looking for that since I've shown it. And then that's what happens. I accidentally show it live. So that is sold to you if Josh passes, $37. Next was, how much is the first Asia? Wyatt takes a Stranger Things for $34.99. There's the link to our group. It's called Whole Lot of Records. Whole Lot of Records. Did you get my Roger Waters? Yes, James Bragg, we got you for a Roger Waters. Do y'all want to see the audio file crate? I've updated my audio file crate. I've got it behind the counter. I've actually got rid of all the high-end bins. We had so many. They were taking up all of our counter space, so I've got all those boxed up in my office. All of our $50 and up records that's been behind the counter. And I've got some audio file stuff. There's the link to the group. Wyatt got Stranger Things. Asia is $19.99. How much was the first Asia? It was also $19.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Let me go show the audio file crate. Let me finish this one first, though. Anthology of Bread is still available. You need that. That's got all their hits on it, including my favorite Guitar Man, $14.99. Manaheim Steamroller is $14.99. Bob Seger, Like a Rock, is $29.99 promo copy. Michael Melvoin with Red Eye, $14.99. The Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat is $19.99. Christopher Cross is $9.99. ELO on the third day, $19.99. Joe Jackson, Jump and Jive, $24.99. And Zorro and the Blue Footballs, rated blue, $49.99. Tim, we've already sold Mr. Bread, 10. BSNEB, I may have missed that. What was BSNEB, Scotty? Can you type out that abbreviation? Whoever asked about the Asias, we've got all three of them. We've got Astra, Alpha, and self-titled. Debbie said she'd give 10 for the loaf of bread. We're going to sell Debbie the loaf of bread for $10. And we usually have Zappa everywhere. I don't have them tonight, though. There's Asia self-titled if anybody wants it. Let me go grab that audio file crate. That'll probably be our last little bin of the night. Does anybody want to make an offer on Psychedelic Furs? Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska, $15. Sold. Sell that to Scotty G Force for $15. Got it, Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. I got that for Scotty G Force, $15. John Porter said he'd give $30 for that Monkeys comp. Sell that to John Porter for $30. I hadn't seen any free in the bins lately. I was asking $55 for this. $55 for this. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it right over here. We'll probably start that tomorrow night at like a $25 start. There's Tim Buckley. Greg Stone, I will sell you the Chipmunks for $15 if you want it. Kind of a big discount on that, but I will sell that to you. No Rodriguez, $10 on Richie Valens. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you. Sell that to No Rodriguez for $10. I do have a Karate Kid soundtrack, and somebody asked for Paul Stanley. I guess we can auction those two while we're doing the audio file bin, which is technically a high-end bin, but let me go grab it right quick. Greg Stone said 10, and that was for Chipmunks, $15. Chipmunks Sing the Beatles. Couple more runs like that, and this crate will be empty. Chipmunks is sold to Greg Stone for $15. I've got copies of Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill in stock. And I have OGs kind of scattered here and there. Let me go grab the audio file crate. This is all either MoFi or Analog Production Records. I feel like there was another crate of new vinyl I didn't show tonight because I didn't get to those Nickelbacks. Is that what that crate is right there with the underneath? Okay. We'll have more new vinyl tomorrow. So the Cars Greatest Hits. This is on colored vinyl. It's a Friday music pressing. It is $44.99. $44.99. Did no one want the Asia? This one has heat of the moment, and only time will tell. It was $19.99. Whoever asked about that. Valens 10. We sold that. I'll show the Steely Dan's. Now, the Karate Kid soundtrack. I don't think this is cheap, is it? Best of my memory. Nick Pullen's probably like, yeah, it's cheap. No, it's not an easy record to get. And let's check on the Paul Stanley solo album. All righty. We have Paul Stanley, solo album, Kiss, Paul Stanley, about a VG Plus cover. This is going to be a $35 start. VG Plus vinyl, EX. EX on the vinyl. Has the poster. The poster's in really nice shape. It doesn't look like it was ever hung or really used. So it does have the poster. $35 start. Paul Stanley. It also has the merchandise insert. It has the merchandise insert. Man, look at all that stuff. Very, very cool. I love the merchandise inserts. And then the vinyl. Yeah, this is a very clean copy. This is EX or better. Original inner sleeve too. Michael Church is in at $35, and that's also what I need to start on the Karate Kid soundtrack. The Karate Kid soundtrack, this has never been really repressed to my knowledge. The Karate Kid soundtrack, it's in shrink wrap, and it is VG Plus 1984. The Karate Kid soundtrack, $35 start. Also on Casablanca. $35 start on that in shrink wrap. $35 and $35 starts on those. Okay. Audiophile crate or high-end crate. There's some other stuff in here, I think. Groovin', The Young Rascals, Mo-Fi, $59.99. Mastered from the original mono master tapes. A Girl Like You, How Can I Be Sure, Groovin', and they added A Beautiful Morning, which wasn't originally on the album. That is a classic. This sounds amazing too. I have anything in this audiophile bin I probably have kept and opened and played myself. Groovin', The Young Rascals, $59.99, 2LP. This is from Analog Productions. This is amazing too. It's cut from the original analog master tapes, $49.99. This is Steppenwolf Gold, their greatest hits. Born to Be Wild, Magic Carpet Ride, Hey Lottie Mama, The Pusher, Suki Suki, all their classic stuff. 100% analog masters, $49.99. This, Alex, is the 45 RPM. This is the 2LP 45 RPM. Let me know if you still want that. I think Alex wants Groovin'. By the way, Paul Stanley's at 35 with Michael Church. Going once, going twice. Nick Pullen was in first on the Karate Kid. No, You're Out. No, Rodriguez. Nick Pullen is at 35. Foreigner. Self-titled, Mo-Fi pressing. This is a DSD transfer to analog, $49.99. Feels like the first time, Cold as Ice, Star Rider, Damage is Done, Long, Long Way from Home. That is $49.99. Foreigner, self-titled. These are all new and sealed. The Church, Starfish, 2LP expanded, 8 bonus tracks, 100% all analog mastering. This is from Intervention, same company that does the Billy Squier. Those are $50.99. Let's see here. Alex says he's going to hold off. Okay. Is Steppenwolf a double? Yes, this is the 2LP 45 RPM. Nick Pullen's back in on the Karate Kid at 45. Foreigner should be numbered. Yes. Number 5,000. This is special limited edition numbered. $49.99 for Foreigner. Sounds amazing. Starfish, that's my last copy. Jethro Tull is pressed at RTI. This is from Analog Productions. I have one of these as well. Probably my favorite Jethro Tull album. It sounds wonderful. It is $69.99. That's a 2LP, 45 RPM. They're sealed. The perforated bags sometimes can rip open. So I'm just going to slide this one out. It's never been really played before, but I want to show you the cover. They replicated the original pop-up cover too, but this is brand new. I guarantee it, it's never been played. Just the perforated bags come open on these sometimes. So, Michael Nath wants a Foreigner. Sell that to Michael Nath. Karate Kid's now at $50. Michael Church, I'm going to go ahead and sell you Paul Stanley for $35. You're going to get the Paul Stanley. That's a bonus for staying up late with us. Sometimes you get deals on auctions. Jethro Tull, I've got one copy left of Willie Nelson. They actually got this one from the original master tapes too. 100% analog masters. Willie Nelson, and then I wrote, of course, this has his hit song Hello Walls. That is $69.99. This was a popular seller during Christmas because people always come in wanting Randy Travis albums. And they're not easy to get. They've never really been repressed, and Mo-Fi's recently done this one. Randy Travis Storms of Life, that is $49.99. $49.99. Randy Travis Storms of Life, $49.99. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. Everything in here is sticker price. All the records in here are sticker price. Not a lot of markup on these audiophile pressings. Steely Dan, if I do mark them down, I'm trying to get rid of them. Everything Must Go. 100% all analog mastering, $69.99 on Steely Dan. The Karate Kid is at 55 with Nick Pullen. 55 with Nick Pullen. Elvis is Back. 100% all analog mastering from Analog Productions. Elvis is Back. That is $69.99. I've got 1, 2 of those. I also have from MoFi, Elvis Blue Hawaii. $59.99. Elvis Blue Hawaii. That is $59.99. And the rest is Laserdisc. These are Laserdisc. Army of Darkness, The People Under the Stairs, The Silence of the Lamb, Aliens, First Blood, Stallone, and Army of Darkness. That's where we started. Those are all Laserdisc. And they're all $9.99. They're all $9.99. All right. Karate Kid is sold to Nick Pullen for $55. That's sold to Nick Pullen. Track list on Steely Dan. The Last Mall, Things I Missed the Most, Blues Beach, Godwhacker, Slaying of Ages, Green Hook, Pelixine, Lunch with Gina, and Everything Must Go. And Jake Rogers wants the Alien. Jake Rogers wants the Aliens Laserdisc. He also wants Army of Darkness. I'm about to buy, hopefully, a huge Laserdisc collection from in Bowling Green. They've got hundreds of them. Led Zeppelin's a buy it now. These are $139.99. We have sold probably 7 tonight. I probably have 2. I either have 2, 3, or 4 left. I'm not for sure. I'm expecting more tomorrow. If you want one, they are $139.99. $139.99. And no, I've already sold Karate. I thought you were done because I'm wrapping up the show anyway. I've already sold that to Nick. I thought you were done bidding. I didn't see anything else. Here's the Essential Steely Dan album. I've got these in stock. Here's the last thing I'm going to show tonight. $36.99. I hope everybody has a copy of this in their collection. I've got them in stock if you don't. It is Steely Dan. Can't Buy a Thrill. Can't Buy a Thrill. This is $36.99. Do It Again, Dirty Work, Kings, Midnight Cruiser. Amazing. Only a fool would say that. Reeling in the Years, Fire in the Whole Brooklyn, Change of the Guard, and Turn That Heartbeat Over Again. Great album. One of the best. One of the GOATs. $36.99. Hope everybody has a copy of that. That's the newest remaster that sounds really, really good. Jake Rogers wants one. Anybody else? And I don't have many motherships left. I highly encourage you to buy that. I highly encourage you to buy that. Scott says I have multiple copies, as do I. I'm getting to where I have too many myself of different versions. Jake Rogers wants Steely Dan. Mark Shelton's going to take The Church. That's a good decision. That was the last copy I had of that. Starfish, classic album from the 80s. So that was The Young Rascals, Steppenwolf Gold, Foreigner, Jethro Tull, Willie Nelson, Randy Travis. These sound so good. Steely Dan, Elvis, and then I got 2, 3 picture discs left. Stallone, First Blood, People Under the Stairs, and The Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. All right, what an epic night. We had to pause for a little bit. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I will post probably either video or a photo gallery of everything that's left. Any word on Countdown to Ecstasy? Countdown to Ecstasy. Are you talking about Megadeth? Let's see. Countdown. Oh, Countdown to Ecstasy. That is, I'm thinking about Countdown to Extinction. That's Megadeth. Ecstasy. I haven't heard the release date on that one. James Bragg wants a Steppenwolf Gold. Another good decision. Tim Lassiter, Foreigner, $49.99. $49.99. I'll take Silence Lambs if you'll do all 3 Laserdiscs I grabbed for $20. They were 10, 10, and 10. If you buy that one too, I'll do all 3 for $25. I can't do all 3 for $20. I'll do all 3 for $25. That'll be like doing this one half off. So, Motley Crue, I've got Too Fast for Love. I've got Girls, Girls, Girls. I got Dr. Feelgood. We'll have several more still available. All right, so next comment. So just tag that one to Jake for $5. He got the other two at sticker price. Regular version. Oh, they hadn't announced that. That's a long ways away. They've already announced the one steps have already been released, but they hadn't done the other ones. Days of the New. We have an extended waiting list for that. Boy, I don't think anybody predicted how popular that release would be. They have not. They have nowhere near for that. Tim's volume must be off. Foreigner is $49.99. It is sticker price. Everything in here is sticker price. Tim, Foreigner is $49.99. Foreigner self-titled. I've already sold one for that. $49.99. If you want it, you can say Foreigner sold. We already sold one to Michael Nath. I can't sell one. I've already sold one for $49.99. Okay, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow at 7. I'll definitely make sure you're in our group and you follow our page. I got pictures and videos to post to show you what's left, and then we'll have new stuff as well. John will be pricing more OG stuff from Bowling Green, so that will be tomorrow. We've got a lot of work to do to clean up. We've got work to clean up and get ready again for tomorrow. So usually as soon as we end, I get started on the next day's sale. So I'm going to start bringing stuff out and pricing it right now. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow at 7. Today at 7. I'll see you today at 7. That's not too long from now. 19 hours, I guess.